So I thought I'd go over what equipment I've got and what gear do you need to start cycling longer distances and kind of properly getting into it. So number one, a helmet. Wear a helmet. I still see so many people cycling around not wearing helmets. Take it from someone who's fallen off their bike before and hit their head on the floor when not wearing a helmet. It will save your life, and you don't want to be the person in hospital having to explain why you weren't wearing a helmet. Wear a helmet, number one priority. Number two on the list, some decent lights. It's so important that you can be seen on the road. So this one's a Bontrager Flare 3, relatively cheap, about 20 quid. Look how bright that is. If you're in the car, you're going to see that. So that's my rear light, and then we've also got a front light. This one's a Lesign Micro Drive 450X. Flashing setting for when you're in the middle of the road riding and people can still see you coming. Essential item number three is a bit of a spares kit, because you're going to get punctures, you're going to get problems, you're going to need some stuff to sort it out, unless you want to be ringing your wife to get her to come and pick you up, or you've got the money to pay for a taxi. So I carry 4 of these little CO2 cartridges for pumping your tyres up. They just come with this tiny little valve. You just screw it on. I won't pierce it now, but then you just undo it, inflate your tyres back up. I always carry 2 spare inner tubes, because you never know, you might get 2 punctures. Tyre levers, I'm a bit overkill with tyre levers. I carry 6 because I'm a bit prone to breaking them. Maybe that's because I've got poor technique, but I carry 6, like I say, can never have too many. They don't weigh hardly anything anyway. And just a little multi-tool, so this has got lots of different Allen keys on it, little chain tool. This one's a Crank Brothers one. It's about 25 quid or something. A few zip ties, these can really come in handy if you come across a problem where you need to sort of secure something and you haven't got anything else. So all of this stuff I fit in well, it's a medium saddle bag. Pick my bike up, it's all in there, it's ready to go. So another piece of essential kit, repair kit, some tools and stuff. Essential item number 4 is a decent pair of cycling shorts, bib shorts, and I would recommend these if you're going to do anything that's kind of over a couple of hours. When you have shorts with a waistline, they can start to really dig in when you're riding, which doesn't sound like a problem, but if you're on the bike a long time, it's definitely a problem. So these ones make you look a bit like a ballerina, but trust me, they're definitely worth having. So a decent pair of cycling shorts. Coupled with your cycling shorts, you probably want a couple of decent jerseys. I've got this one, it's relatively cheap. I don't spend a lot of money on cycling gear, don't have a lot of money. So this is just a short sleeve one. I've got a short sleeve one and a long sleeve one. And make sure it has the pockets on the back. I like to wear a good base layer underneath. This is by a brand called KI5. I've only used a couple of their bits recently, but it's really nice. A rain jacket, obviously if it rains, don't want to get too wet, so some kind of really lightweight rain jacket. Obviously you could spend as much money as you like. This is just a cheap one, does the job, keeps you covered up. If it's raining, you're not going to get soaked all the way through. These are really lightweight as well. Literally, roll it up. It's just about small enough to fit in the back of your jersey pocket. Might take a whole pocket, but it'll be there when you need it. Some cycling gloves. I wear these, again, cheap ones, Shimano. It saves you getting gravel rash or, you know, slicing up your hands on the road. So definitely I would recommend a pair of cycling gloves. I don't know, these are like 6 quid or something. Cycling shoes. They definitely, in my experience, make a lot of difference in terms of actually how much power you can put through the pedals, and if you're really going to be into sort of road riding, you need some shoes with some cleats on. SPD little cleats that bolt onto the bottom of the shoes, and they fit into the pedals on your bike. Clip in, get used to clipping in and clipping out. Water and nutrition. I've got these Corsa Elite bottles. These hold 900 millilitres of water. Brings us on to nutrition. There's so much of this available. It's an absolute minefield. Some companies supposedly provide better nutrition than others. I don't know. This is the stuff I'm currently using. Cheap, fairly cheap High Five energy gels. Get through quite a lot of these. It says take one every 20 minutes. I probably don't take one every 20 minutes, maybe every 40 minutes if I've got the carb drink as well. This is an SIS drink, and I think these are 0 carb. So I use this if I'm going on a morning ride and it's only going to be kind of an hour and a half or something. Cliff bars, I absolutely love these. White chocolate and macadamia nut is definitely the best one by a long way. Sometimes I'll just stop for 2 minutes, put one of these down, and you're good for another sort of hour or so. Quick look at my bike setup, what kind of things you need. This is my road bike. This is a Specialized Alley. It's a few years old. I think it's about, well, I don't even know actually. I think it's five or 6 years old probably. So got a little Garmin bracket for holding the Garmin on. If you've got a smartphone, there's plenty of apps available. You don't necessarily need to buy a Garmin or anything like that. 2 bottle cages, as I said, carry a lot of water. Water's important. And this is my little saddle bag, so that stocks all my repair gear and I don't have to worry about it, don't have to think about it every time I get on the bike. It's already there. You don't need to go and spend loads of money on a carbon bike just to get cycling. Pretty much we've covered it, more or less everything I think you'd need to get pretty serious and start doing quite a lot of miles. So yeah, don't need to spend a lot of money. Nice second-hand aluminium frame. Bike fit, definitely recommend getting a bike fit. If you're going to start doing a lot of miles, definitely helps. I haven't been riding this week, really frustrating, got a bit of a cough, but advice is don't go out and make it worse. So next Friday I'm planning quite a long, probably 80-90 mile ride. It's going to be savage. It's got Cop Hill in it, which is supposedly one of the biggest, most bad hills in the Chilterns. Tune in for that one because I'm probably going to be absolutely ruined after doing that. Get out on the bikes, get out on the bikes. It's good weather most days, it's been hammering it down today. But when it is sunny, worth having a look. Get out there.